Well, I'm a visual artist. I've been working as a visual artist for the last 5 to 6 years full time. Um, I'm interested in where the visual arts can be socially useful, where the visual arts can help to create healthy and happy communities. Australia has a large population of Punjabis now, but that's a fairly recent occurrence. And I noticed that a lot of the Punjabis that were arriving in Australia were not getting the welcome I think they deserved. And I wanted to use my art to turn that around, to balance it out. And I also was very struck by all the good things that the Punjabis were bringing to our community. I wanted to celebrate that. But apart from that, it's not just about issues of being Punjabi or not being a Punjabi. It's about issues of celebrating people, no matter who they are, for the value of humanity.
So basically, there are a lot of Punjabis who live over there, but definitely there are other people also who live over there. So was there any instance which you can recollect which made you, work for the Punjabis to make their sketches? Why not anybody else?
Well, I think that there's been a noticeable increase in the Indian population, and probably most of those recent migrants are Punjabis. And a lot of those young guys who are arriving and wearing turbans and having long beards made them very obvious. And they, I think, deserved to be understood and also to have a sense of welcome extended to them. There was a bit of violence and conflict that was happening in the communities. It happened in Melbourne and Sydney. And I wanted to really balance that out and show a different perspective, especially to communities abroad and to the guys themselves, to show them that there was a good side of Australia as well.
Many times I have been threatened. Lastly, I was threatened by a lady having syringe of maybe drugs or anything, having syringe in her hand in my cab that I would kill you. You go out to your country, and why you come here? There is a lot of misunderstanding about our appearance and our ethics and our personality. We suffer a lot, especially guys who drive at night, driving cabs. Most of the times we are called Osama bin Laden, Muslim, or this and that.
The majority of Australians do welcome and are curious and interested, but still a bit hesitant to ask questions and to get to know people who are strangers. So the project, in a way, was an opportunity to offer non-Punjabi and non-Indian Australians an opportunity to ask and talk and meet via the visual arts.
So when we talk about these people, because you don't speak their language, what kind of challenges did you face interacting with them? Because especially being with them, spending time, understanding them, understanding their culture, that's how you got interested into it. So if you could take us back into, were there any challenges? How were the people receptive to you? And what all kind of, if there are any good moments which you shared, would like to share with our viewers?
I suppose the first moment that initiated this whole project was meeting Lakvir. Lakvir's painting is just, drawing is just down there. Lakvir was driving a taxi part-time, and it was late one night after I finished work at about 11 o'clock, and I called for a taxi and he arrived, and I got in and he was clearly Punjabi. So I started speaking to him about Punjab and about India, and I'd been to India many times and had a strong connection with that. And so we talked about all of those sorts of things, and by the time we got to my house, we had become friends, I think, and I took his number, and then next time I needed a taxi, I called him. He came directly there. And the next time I needed a taxi, I called him as well. So after 3 taxi rides, I said, Lakvir, I'd really like to draw your portrait. And he said, yes, that would be okay. So that began the whole project. Since then, we created the whole project together, Lakvir and I. And then it was recognised by the University of South Australia. The Human Rights and Security Cluster recognised it and looked for opportunities to do research into this area in the visual arts, how the visual arts can help communities. And the university sponsored an exhibition in Punjab, in Chandigarh and Ludhiana. So I took the works back over to India, and that was a very, very moving experience. I met some of the parents and the families of the people who are drawn, and met lots and lots of older people, younger people, and there was a lot of emotion expressed. I had some people on one particular occasion walk into the gallery and immediately burst into tears because they were struck, I think, by perhaps the recognition that was being shown for people that they really loved, and they felt as though those people were not being given their dues and recognised enough. It uncovered for me a lot of issues that I didn't know existed in India, and particularly in the way Punjabi community or the Sikh community in India had been treated in their own country, and that was a surprise and a shock to me. So there were many, many discussions about that, and suddenly the drawings became much more significant because I think they were doing the work that I would like them to do, and that is to acknowledge the value of the people, the value of humanity, and if they can help people to see that there's affection and respect and admiration for them, not because of the community they belong to, but because of who they are, I think that's the really important work that the drawings can do.
It's a very wonderful and awesome drawing, and he's a very good artist.
Daniel did a very, very good job. I feel very happy.
It makes me think of my ancestors. It reflects real sense of personality, which is collaboration of saint and soldier.
Yeah, I'm very much proud of that. He selected me and made my drawing and presented me in this university.
Definitely, I'm going to email these pictures to my all friends and family in India as well, and would be really very much happy because the respect he is giving by portraying us is very much valuable for us.